On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here now the first carry is a Falcon for the man coming home to Georgia, Todd Gurley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan finding Julio out wide. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A gain of 9. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 44, Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. Jones has it. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
For the Falcons field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points
on the board.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Good job, good job.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 40.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
28-yard.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Carson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 22, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
2 yards on the play.
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 3, Seahawks 0.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
54 Mike.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game 1.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 37 yards. A pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Rashad Penny.
He got 29 yards that time.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
The ball carrier.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Falcons.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have the short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 28 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Who able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jason Myers.
Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete.
Wilson.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Penny, the ball
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
50-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Delano Hill.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Oliver. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for the Falcons.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Penny. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
15.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Russell Gage, 58 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 38, Falcons 24.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun again to Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Again, it's Penny. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
5 at the 31-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, they set up the screen to Penny. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Here's Oliver. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Timeout set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, but it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the 30.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 39, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
1st and 10.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Seahawks 1st down.
On first down, it's Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Grady Jarrett on the tackle there. Remember how he emerged in the Super Bowl against New England? Continues to step his play up. Was a Pro Bowler for the first time after 2019.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
The 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
10 more there and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Penny. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A 29-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.